Okay, we're going to talk all about probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite tool with Scratchboard, which is the fiberglass brush. I have a couple different ones. I like this one from this I don't even know how to say that, Kohinoor, Kohinoor brand. I also have another one. Then I have this one, it's a little bigger. This is from Eurotool, but you can just see the difference in the end and the size here. What I love about this tool is it seems pretty straightforward, but you can get different effects depending on angle and pressure, kind of like with anything else, but I thought it'd be fun to show this a little bit. So it's fiberglass, okay? It sheds fiberglass. So safety, you don't want to end up with a bunch of fiberglass in your hand. Sometimes I wear a glove. I'm not tonight. You want to have something like a very soft paper towel, nothing that's going to scratch. I like using these microfiber cloths, and then I cut them into pieces because I can dab up the dust if I want, or I can wipe the dust away if I want. Of course, you have to be careful to keep using the same side because now you're going to have little tiny fiberglass particles in your towel. You can throw those away. I wash them and reuse them. I don't know. Maybe I'm filling my washing machine with fiberglass. Who knows? That might be bad. But anywho, my point that I really wanted to make is one, safety. Don't wipe with your hand. Do not blow. In fact, I'm wearing a mask right now, which I will show here in a minute. But yeah, I'm wearing a mask for safety because one, it stops me from blowing the fiberglass, and two, it protects me from all of the dust, ink dust that I'm kicking up into the air right now. Probably not good for me to breathe that in over the next, years that I'm planning on doing Scratchboard. That wouldn't be good. So, safety tips. Now, as far as use, where's a good spot to show you this? I think it's down here. So if I use more of the side of the brush, it's gonna just pull out very little bits at a time. That's a lot of good control. And I'm using very light pressure right now. And you want to keep wiping because the dust will be in your way and you think that you still have a ways to go, but really it's a lot lighter than you think when you wipe away the dust. So I can go light like that. Okay, this is a shadowed area, so I'm trying to be very careful not to take out too much too soon. You can erase, in a sense, on Scratchboard by adding ink back in and scratching it back out. However, I try to avoid that if possible because sometimes it just looks a little off. But for really light areas, like, let's see, the end of this tongue here is pretty light. If I hold my my tool, my fiberglass brush tool at a 90-degree angle, go straight down and push, it's going to take out a lot very quick. When you see how light that got very fast. If I go in little circles with this and apply pressure, it's going to take out a lot very quickly. So if you have a really light area, this Panda doesn't really have that kind of thing where I want to do that. You can do that. Push down and go in little circles. Maybe on this tooth I'll demonstrate that. So down, little circles. Of course, it's hard to... Here, let me try something. Okay, let me try this. If I push straight down, okay, and go in little circles, it's going to take a lot out very quickly. I'm just trying to get myself in position here. Something very satisfying about that noise. It's also going to shed a lot of the little fiberglass pieces a lot quicker. But you can see how white that got very fast. Because under this clay is a white clay, under this ink, I'm sorry, is a white clay board. This is what we're scratching down to. Another tip If this starts to look really dirty on the end, right now it's okay because I recently trimmed it, but you can take a small pair of needle, what are these called? Wire cutters, right? These things. And very carefully over a trash can or something, cut off the very tip, and you'll get a nice fresh end again. But again, like I said, I just did that not too long ago, so I don't want to do it. But if I, again, just changing the angle changes how much comes off of the ink. Changing the pressure, of course, is gonna, you press harder, you're gonna get more off. So I'm using light pressure and going straight down, so it just gives me a lot of control. And so I really like using the fiberglass brush. I have to do this over the entire thing, so you can imagine it's gonna take a while. All right, that is all I got for you about that. It looks kind of funny at that angle. Let's get back a little better. It's coming together. We'll see. Good night, Emma.